Okay, let's just get everything all set up here, and oh my, that's a lot of dust here. Let's just get rid of that, just sweep some of that away, and there we go, that's better. And with that, hello friends! It certainly has been a while, hasn't it? I know I've been away for quite some time now, but I am happy to say that my hiatus is over. That's right, I now have the time to sit down and play some fun games for you all once again. Now, for anyone who was wondering why I was gone for so long, it wasn't for any bad or weird reasons. My job just started getting really busy for a time, and so much so that I didn't even have the time or the energy to get more content made for my channel. But my work is on a seasonal setup, and I now have reached the point where I am off for the season. And now I have the time and energy to make some fun content for you all. So why don't we kick it off with an old classic. We're doing a randomizer of Ocarina of Time. Now I'm just going to go over what my setup is here for this seed. While I'm sure some are familiar with my usual setups, there have been some updates to the randomizer program since I last played this, so for both you, the viewer's sake, and mine, I'm going to say all the things that I usually do for my seeds, as well as some changes I've made. So firstly, this will be a 6 medallion seed. That will be my goal to spawn Ganon's boss key. Logically, the seed is set to required only, so the only guarantee I'll have is that every required item to beat the game is able to be located. Everything else can be anywhere the game decides to put it. The dungeon entrances outside of Ganon's tower will be randomized, as well as Link's starting age and start locations. Ganon's tower will always be open, as that is something I like to do, and we'll have a random number of trials to complete. The only one I hope that I don't have to do is the light trial. And needing all the gauntlets too. Gerudo Fortress will only need one carpenter rescued, and the key will be on the guard. Small keys and boss keys are in their respective dungeons. Maps and compasses will give me information, meaning the pedestal will not give me hints as to what stones or medallions are in each dungeon. The Deku Tree dungeon, Kakariko Gate, and Zora's Fountain entrance are all blocked off and need their respective items to open. Tower Escape, Castle Stealth, Epona's Race, and some minigame phases will be skipped entirely. Song Sanity, Shop Sanity, Scrub Sanity, and Cow Sanity are all on. All songs are placed in the item pool, all shops have 4 items at random prices, all scrubs are in the item pool at 10 rupees each, and all cows, save for 1, are in the item pool. Medigoron and the Carpet Salesman will also be in the item pool. Some additional items in the pool are the Kokiri Sword, the 2 Ocarinas, the Magic Beans, and the Gerudo card. The child trade sequence starts with the Weird Egg, which can be anywhere, and the adult trade sequence begins and ends with the Claim Check. The number of Cuckoos and Kakariko and Big Pose for collection are both set to 1 for ease of completion. And for the sake of trying to finish faster, 40 and 50 Skulltulas are forced junk items, as well as the cow that can spawn in Link's house by doing Malon's race, because I do not like doing that race. I will start with a free Scarecrow song, so the Scarecrow will spawn automatically if I pull out the Ocarina. My hints will be clear, strong hints that I can read right away without any other items. Ice traps are set to Ice Trap Mayhem, so I will see a lot of ice traps. And my damage modifier is set to double damage. And now for 2 new changes. So first, the songs that you play for the frogs that are not the Song of Storms will now have items attached to them. I will have to keep that in mind anytime I visit Zora's River. And second, the ice arrows now have a cool new power-up. The arrows now have the properties of blue fire, meaning if I fired an ice arrow into red ice, I can melt the ice. Don't know if that'll come about in this seed, but it is an option I now have. Okay, I think I've talked everyone's ears off long enough. So if you need a refresher, I'll leave a list of the options in the description below if you want to read up on them again. So why don't we get started here, shall we? Oops. It's kind of funny, every time I do this, I always just end up naming it the character that I play. Alright, what do we start with? So that is a fire medallion. There we go. And it looks like I start as a child, because I do not have the Master Sword automatically. Alright, well, I got that info figured out, so it's been a while. Let's see if I can still save Hyrule. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, okay, so I start in the potion shop right away, so Kakariko Village is my friend, and it's also scary. Come on. But at least I start with a free check right away, and a free hint. Let's find out here. Death Mountain Trail is foolish. Okay, I like. Don't have to do anything on that mountain. And look at that. We already start with an ice trap. What a way to get welcome backed. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do these things. So I do just need to get one cuckoo over to Anju. So why don't we start with that? Hopefully I get some key items going for me here soon. Ice traps! What is going on here? I'm gonna die to ice before I get anything at this rate. Alright, Skulltulas, I can't do much. Kakariko Gate is closed. Oh my goodness, Navi! Kind of... That's a laugh. I didn't realize I got an evil fairy partner this time. Who knows, maybe that's just a sign that this seed is gonna be, like, really evil. Now, as to what I can do after this, what options do I got? Because I know I typically play this where I do all the things I can do on the child side first before I turn into an adult. I don't know if that'll make much of a difference. I know that I have easy access to Kakariko thanks to the start location for Child Link, but I don't know about adult. Well, money's good. I do have to remember that cow is there too if I get a Ponus song. I can't do anything in the grave until night. I mean, I could see what's up in the box, but I can get that later if things work out. Alright, so Kakariko, not a whole lot I can do here right now. I mean, I could try the tower jump, but if I mess that up, I pretty much kill myself. Don't want that. So why don't we just go into Castletown? That's a good start. I can top up my rupees here, too. Probably see what we got here. Who knows? Maybe the shops will have something that I'll really, really want, and that'll get me some knowledge as to what to do. Okay, I know I can get the Skulltula here. I'm just going to go ahead and do a pot throw. I can roll into a box. There we go. And still got the aim. Alright. One Skulltula acquired. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's see what the town has. Because I know there are things I can do here. And a lot of hints, too. That's actually... Hey, you know, everything here seems pretty good. Oh, and Zora's Fountain, too. Good song. I see a mirror shield? Okay, so that's locked. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too. You can have some other cosmetic changes, so the red potion matches my... health color. Ooh, I see some nice things. I see some really nice things. Okay, hookshot, you're mine. Oh, that feels good. Getting a hookshot right away, that's perfect. Alright. I will go get some rupees here in a moment, but I want to read these hints. Oh, okay. That kind of helps. Kokiri Forest, Way of the Hero. Don't have to go for the spiritual stones. Really? 2 hints in a row? A Deku Nut capacity upgrade at Lon Lon. Now those two... Yeah, I didn't read the same thing twice. Yeah, they were both the same message. Alright, well that works. I do want to make a trip to Kokiri Forest since there's so many things I can get right away. So, why don't we do that after I talk to Malin here. Alright, thanks for the health. Considering how much damage I've been taking, that's actually pretty good. Okay. I could do the shooting gallery there, so why don't I get a quick rupee top off here? Yes. One thing I did learn playing randomizers is that the child shooting gallery isn't locked to having a slingshot, while the adult shooting gallery, in its final reward, are locked to having a bow. And I think the reason for that is because in a regular game, you're always supposed to have the slingshot before you come here, so they didn't bother putting in that restriction. Which makes sense on paper, but you'd almost think you want it to be consistent, right? Like, oh, you can't get the seed upgrade until you actually have the slingshot. But to be fair, that's kind of like a hard-coded thing then, because it's like, oh, you'd have to actually make sure that they've got the slingshot first. Alright, let's see if I remember how to play this. Got you, and... Aha! My timing's still good. Yeah, that's one thing I got pretty good at doing, was knowing how long to wait between the appearance of that second green rupee. Alright, what do we got? That is the third ice trap I have hit. Oh my goodness. I am really getting the cold shoulder from this game. I do not feel sorry for that pun. Alright, well, I could turn adult, but a lot of things are locked to Child Link in Kokiri Forest, so it makes more sense for me to go there as Child Link. And plus, the Lost Woods are nearby, so if I'm lucky enough to find a Deku Shield or Deku Nuts or something to that degree, there's a lot of business scrubs I can visit too. Alright. Time to move forward while going backwards. I wonder what the first dungeon I'll come across is, because with the Deku Tree being locked, no dungeon is immediately accessible unless you count Dodongo's Cavern as an adult. I think I'm getting close there. Alright. I think I can do slightly more at nighttime, so I'm gonna wait. And that counts as nighttime. Alright, so... I have to leave Kokiri Forest from this way if I get the Ocarina check. So what do we get? Heart container, or heart piece. Alright. Time for the Mido's House starter pack. Let's see what we get. Strength. Okay. Now, I remember my comment about not wanting to do the light trial. But seeing Zelda's Lullaby there is nice. Also, ice trap number 4. And the Megaton Hammer. Oh my goodness, Mido, your house was loaded. Excluding the ice trap. Okay, so Kokiri Forest is really, really good. As soon as I find a bow, my adult item loadout is basically complete. That's actually what I might do then. But we'll see what we got here anyways. And again, I don't know what dungeons are located where. So I have to really hope I get some luck going here with some of my dungeons. Heart. Okay. It's kind of, oh, good, I didn't take any damage. It's funny, I barely heard the boulder, so, like, I'm thinking, oh, does the boulder not spawn at night? Sure enough, it does, and I learned that the hard way. Alright. I have the ability to pull bomb flowers too, so if I do make my way up to Death Mountain, I can get the shortcut set up. If push comes to shove, I can also activate the shortcut as an adult, and then that'll activate it as a child. Oh! Please be cheap. Okay, so light arrows are wallet locked. But I am going to buy a Deku Shield. Because that does let me deal with business scrubs now. Okay, so I can't do anything going towards the Deku Tree. Don't even know what dungeon's behind it. Could be the Fire Temple for all I know. Alright, let's get that on. There we go. Alright. Well, it's really good. Megaton Hammer, Zelda's Lullaby, Strength Upgrade. Oh, that was the hint I did not want to see. So Zelda's Lullaby or the Strength Up. And actually, I'm going to say both. They're both needed for the light trial. So both of those items were required. Not that I wanted to know that. Alright. I think the Spirit Temple song is what is playing here, because I can hear some of the notes. Okay, Kokiri Forest, Wave Hero. Already know that. Alright, what do we got? 10 rupees gives me 5. And then you'll also drop 3, so I basically just gave you 2 rupees and told you to go away. How fitting. Like, that is kind of the nice trick to know with some business scrubs, especially the ones that you find in groups of 3 and you just don't have enough rupees. You might be able to squeak by if you have full health and then you go... like, you defeat the first 2 business scrubs, pay your 10 rupees, and then, the rupees they drop might just give you enough to buy the 3rd one. Alright. And we get... I know I said Ice Trap Mayhem, but this is Ice Trap Chaos. We're gonna get another one? Well, I'll take the heart container knowing how much damage I'm taking. Alright. So, as it stands, I can't make any further progress here. I don't have the scale to dive to Zora's River, which sucks, but oh well. I can't do anything further here. And I got a lot of good items here. I'm really happy with this setup. So why don't we just go... Let's do Lon Lon Ranch. Oh geez, that's gonna fake me out. I wonder if that was the Turning to Night tune. But it couldn't be, because the Stall Children showed up, so... Don't know what the... I don't know. If I hear that sound again, maybe I'll be able to relate to something. Okay. Now I can't... Well, I could defeat some of the Skulltulas, I think, if I just do my aiming right. Maybe I'll do that. Let's try it. Just have to hope I don't die to any of the Gways that are up here. So got that knocked down. Let's try. I'm really hoping I do get a sword soon for Child Link. Is that good? Yes! Alright, so we're up to 2. I only need to get at least 30. That's as far as I need to go. Anything else will just be extra. Although if I can indulge my chaotic side for a moment, I have actually wanted to do seeds of this game where the goal is to find all 100 Gold Skulltula tokens. Maybe someday I'll be crazy enough to try one. Because that'll basically be a full clear seed. Hey, thanks for the money. Gotcha. Alright, that's number 2. Okay, that doesn't work. Not today. So, yeah, somewhere in this ranch is a Deku Nut capacity upgrade. And look at that! And not only that, that just skips me right over 20 and just gives me 30. It's beautiful. Alright, so we figured out where the one known item was, so let's just do a quick stop off at the barn here, see what we've got. Because I can do a little camera clip to see what's inside the thing. Hopefully it's something nice. I mean, if I could find a bow before I turn into an adult, that'd be perfect. Heart contain... or... I'm gonna keep saying heart containers as heart pieces at this rate. Heart piece. That was a heart piece. Piece! Okay. Okay. Game plan. Don't have bombs. Can't do much in Hyrule Field. I could do the parts of... Yeah, at this rate, I'm basically just going to do what I normally do as Child Link before I turn into an adult. So I think going to Gerudo Valley. Hope the cuckoo plays nice. And we'll see what happens. Okay, the sound didn't play, so... I almost... No, because sounds from enemies aren't randomized, so that had to have been like a late delayed it's turned to night transition. I don't know, like that's the only thing that I can think of that would play that sound. I already know Navi's the super evil laugh. Wonder how close that sounded. Oh, I just gotta say, it feels good to be back. I don't think I even played this once since I had my, like, big break. I think other than, like, one, I have a little time, let's try one type of deal. There was the Master Quest one, I think. Yeah, I know I did play this, but it's been a very long while since I last played this. So, it feels really good to be back to be playing this again. Alright, I just need the cuckoo to play nice. Yeah, here's what I'll do. I'll land. Toss the cuckoo against the wall, break that. Throw. Good. I didn't mess that up, and we got Din's Fire. That's perfect. So I can do this all in one rotation. I don't have to backtrack like I tend to have to do, because this cuckoo never plays nice. And there is a Gossip Stone over there, so I can get another hint. And there's a few hints I can get around Lake Hylia, too. Aw, oh, didn't grab the ladder. Alright. Too bad I wasn't able to see what the item was. And it's... the boomerang? Hey, it's the boomerang! There we go! Oh, that's even better. Link now has a long-distance throw object. I would still like the slingshot, but Link has a long throw object. That might actually come in handy. So let's just get it on the screen. Alright, your hint says... hover boots at Gerudo's Fortress. Okay, so I have to turn into an adult to get the hover boots. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, can't do much else here. Time to dive. Okay, we're looking pretty good here so far. I do want to find the 3 strength upgrades, because now that I know I have to do the light trial. Okay. Up, and let's get a hint. What do we got? OT teaches a Highland shield. Okay, so guaranteed I do not have to go and get the 3 spiritual stones. Now, it's not a guarantee that I don't have to explore dungeons that give the sacred stones, but I don't have to get the stones. I don't have to explicitly beat the dungeons. Not for that reason, anyway. Could be other reasons, but you never know. Alright, let's get these 2 distant gossip stones here. I need as much information as I can get, because I know there's still a couple Way of the Heroes and a couple foolish items that I need to keep in mind. So another way. 30 is dead. 30 is dead. That's great news. Maybe I'll find a random hint for 20 that'll tell me it's dead? Question mark? We'll have to see. But as it is right now, finding a bow I think is my big priority. If I have a bow, I'm set for dealing with things as adult. Jeez, it takes a whole day to swim the length of this thing, at least. Alright. And the other hint is, it's the same thing. Alright, don't have enough time to get the Skulltula. But I'm not as, what's the words I'm trying to look for? I'm not as perturbed by missing that one. Because I only need to get 20, and there's 100 in this game. I got the hook shot even. I'll come across a bunch of them just by accident. Alright. Let's do some child fishing. Since I'm here. Oops. I don't need to speak to the fish, I need to speak to you! If I remember correctly, this one I think works. Did you notice? You did not. If it doesn't work, I know there's Old Reliable, but I do know that the randomizer program did make a lot of things easier for, like, quality of life. So I think this fish will work. There we go. Looks big enough. I think that'll work. There we go. Heart, peace. There we go. Said it right. All right, child fishing done. Yeah, another thing too, now that I think about it, I do need to find a wallet somewhere. So hopefully I'll find one soon. That is a blue rupee. Don't have to worry. Okay. I'm just gonna go check the... Actually, what would be smarter? Should I go open grotto now? Or should I... Here's what I'm gonna do. Quick warp, and that'll take me back to Kakariko. Gotta take advantage of these warps when I can. Okay. I just have to go this way. I am gonna make a brief look up here. I just want to see what can be found up here. Is it dead? That is the furthest thing from dead if that is not an ice trap. Oops, right. Okay, I'm fairly certain I can do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this as adult. Again, it's been a while. I can't remember if that was something you could do as a kid. I know you can do it as an adult, because you have the jump height to actually reach that. Alright, so I think my best bet now is to go and do things as adult. Probably come back here to Kakariko, actually, so we'll see what happens. There's 2 shops. And I've got the Megaton Hammer. That frees up basically everything in Hyrule Field. Though I do feel good that I do not have to do a single thing on Death Mountain Trail. That is pretty good, because I think that even makes the claim check dead. Alright. Load it up. Let's go warp in time. Now, another thing as well, and again, I say this when the Rainbow Bridge being on, there's a number of things you can do in Ganon's Tower right off the bat. And I like to have the tower open just to give that possibility, because if you don't have the tower open by default, that basically just turns it into a, like, just go up the tower, defeat Ganon pretty quickly type of deal. But I wanted to give the tower some, like, possibility of being explored. And that's why I typically play with the trials on. Like, just to be like, your final gauntlet might have some final challenges left. Like the vanilla game, basically. Alright, well, I have a pretty darn good item loadout. I am quite happy by this. Let's do some Ganon's Tower exploration here, because there's a few things I know, just like, there's the business scrubs right off the bat, there's some combat puzzles. I've got the hook shot, which means I can do a few things. And because it's so easily accessible, it is very likely a key item is placed somewhere right off the bat. So here we go. This isn't Ganon's fun house. This is Ganon's scary house. Okay, light water forest. What about... no fire. Ooh, might I be able to skip shadow? That looks like shadow's down too, so I only have 3 trials. Interesting. And Megaton Hammer is my friend. Alright, what do we get? Alright, more health is good. Sling shot. I like. I'm getting a lot of health from my trouble now. Okay, slingshot. That's pretty good. That gives Child Link a good long-range weapon. Alright, so I know there's a few things I can do in some of these early trials. Maybe I'll get some luck. I can try something here. Here we go with the Room of Eternal Lag. Yeah, I can't get any further than this part, but there is a chest here. Gotta extend my jump range enough. There we go. Could have done a spin attack too, but I'm not sure if the unmagicked one. And my goodness, what is with this cold reception? Again, I'm not sorry for the ice puns. Okay, get me out of this room. If I had Bomb Chew, I could have got the other chest, but I don't, so no dice. There is something that spawns here. Do that. Now this is where I really wish I could find the other 2 strength upgrades really quick, because there are 7 items right off the bat in the light trial. Okay, I did need to find that small key. Like, guaranteed I have to find 2 small keys somewhere before I can do things in the light trial. So I get the feeling that there's going to be another key here. I also really wish I had a bottle, because I could store blue fire. Alright, key number 2. Look at that! I didn't think I was going to jinx it in the right direction. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Well, that's good. I got a bottle. So we'll have that on hand for later. Unless I really need to, like, ditch the blue fire. I do like to have that one on me just in case for some time saves. And funnily enough, if I really wanted to, I think I could have actually gotten up to the light trial, or the light orb for that trial. Okay. Well, that's decent. I got a bottle and I got a slingshot. And I got all the keys I need for the light trial, so we're set. Now, next course of action. What would be best for me? Maybe I should go see what's in Dodongo's cavern, just kind of get a good glimpse as to what a dungeon could be. And of course, when you go into that section, it automatically warps you to the first minute of night. And now that I'm here in Hyrule Field, I remember I have a hammer, and those boulders look like nails. I'm gonna break them. So let's get all these grottos here. So what I got? Yep, 30 is an ice trap. I'm getting a lot of duplicates. Just a regular old Deku Nut. I don't care about the drops, I care about the capacities. At least as far as Child Link goes, I would love to find a Deku Stick capacity upgrade, because Deku Sticks are very, very good. Actually, yeah, I think this is the next way to go. Get the other boulder over here. And with the setup that I've got, there is absolutely nothing I have to do in Lon Lon Ranch, so I can skip that entirely. Oops. One thing I'm never going to get, though. Why did they make that random fence? It's never there as a kid. I know I don't need to do that, but I'm doing it. Alright. Your hint is... nothing in Gerudo Training Ground. Oh my goodness, so that's a lot of things right off the bat. That's a foolish hint I like to see. Awesome. So Death Mountain Trail and Gerudo Training Ground are completely useless to me. That's some pretty big sections of the overworld, I'll admit. Alright, get this grotto here. Get the hidden grotto. And then maybe I'll see where my spawn point is for Adult Link. See what that'll get me. There's one thing... Desert Colossus. Okay, that one typically shows up. Is anyone keeping a count on the ice traps? Because I've lost count. I think I've opened about 1 million. Okay, so I did just remember, I did forget the grottos over here with Kapora. So I'm gonna go get that, and then I'll see where my spawn point will take me. Dungeon map of Deku Tree. Okay. So yes, in this particular mode, dungeon maps will not give any extra information. But the compasses do. So whenever I pick up a compass, it will always tell me what stone or medallion is in the dungeon. And that's why whenever I see a compass, I would like to get it. Because it does give me that information, unless I've already kind of deduced what's going on. If only I had an ocarina, I could summon the scarecrow. Oh well. Let's get this real quick. Oh, oh, there we go. I was about to say, does the grave disappear when you're an adult? It shouldn't. There we go. When I discovered the Megaton Hammer could do that, you do not know how happy I was for that shortcut. And look at that. That turned into a heart container. Nehru's Love. Okay, I'm getting loaded on magic spells. But I don't have any magic. Goron Tunic, though. That's good. I like my purple color right now, though, so I'll keep rocking that. Alright. So I can't do anything else here. So let's see where my spawn point is. Can't be any worse than Lake Hylia. I just want to see if that gets me more north. That's actually, like, really convenient. Okay. I don't know if this one will count. Now, I know that this is adult, because the guy's wearing the hat. It'd actually be really funny if it took me to the child version of fishing as adult. That'd be kind of a mess up. I mean, you can go into the potion shop as a child, which is something that's normally restricted to being an adult, so let's just say that's not part of the possibilities. There we go. Don't resist. I must catch you. Navi, do you really want to eat that fish? Okay. Alright, well, I have a quick access to Lake Hylia as an adult. Wish I knew that, but hey, that's hindsight for you. Alright, time to move. Because I don't have an ocarina, I don't have warp songs, and I don't have the Owl Express. But there are things I can do in the grave now at Kakariko. I can do Dompe Race. So yeah, I'll do some things in Kakariko first. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get there before it turns to before night falls, so I think I'm gonna have to wait. Actually, in that case, since I know I have to wait, I'm not gonna rush it. I want to get there when it's daytime, because that gives me access to the shops. so I can just enjoy this leisurely stroll through Hyrule Field, which has absolutely nothing in it. There we go. I finally worked my running joke into this. I say this every time, but like as a kid, you think this is like the coolest thing ever because like it's a very wide open field, especially to people who like were the first to play the N64. Like this was groundbreaking. But nowadays, when you look at this and go, like, there's like nothing to do in Hyrule Field. This is absolutely barren. Not like Termina Field, though. Like, Termina Field's got soul. And that's not just because I'm biased towards Majora's Mask for being my favorite game of all time. Ooh, okay, so that's the night sound. So what the heck was the sound that I heard? I don't know. Like, it must have had to have been a stall child spawning outside the spawn zone. That's the only thing I can think of. Now, this I should be able to access this Skulltula. Yes. So that makes 3. Now, I do currently miss out on the treasure trove of Skulltulas in Kakariko when I'm a child, but that's a small price to pay. I got the hookshot. I can get a lot of adult Skulltulas now. Could also go up Zora's River, but I wouldn't be able to get too far. So I think I'm going to hold off on that one. So we'll just wait here a bit, because I do want to wait. Because I can do things in the graveyard in daytime as an adult, so that works for me. So check Kakariko, check the graveyard, make sure to check the Iron Boot one up in the windmill. I mean, that's a good enough start there as it is. Alright. Come on, Link. Be brave. Go into the Deku Tree. Oh, Navi. Never change. Alright, so I guess the first thing I can do here with the Megaton is... that. And delay chop. Almost had it. That is one of my favorite ways to kill a Redead, is to get stalled in the middle of a jump slash, because you still get the sword frames. Okay. Well, that was unnecessary. Let's see what we've got up here. Oh, and I've got the hookshot. I can actually access the guy on the roof the legitimate way. I'll have to do that. I see a song. I see a letter in a bottle. Okay, I see an ice trap. Sun Song for 55. That allows me to access things in one of the gravestones. I'm gonna have to do that. Oops, there's a potion shop. Should also check the potion shop. Okay, well that's good. Oh. A Magak Meteor. Okay. So the only thing is the Sun Song for an additional charge. Maybe I'll be able to pick up some rupees before I have to do something crazier. So let's see. Pocket Cuckoo check is Hylian Shield, a free one. Okay, that's good. Alright, we'll do this. I don't have an ocarina, so I sadly can't chat with our good old friend Guru here. Oops. Oops. Come on. I can do this. Just wait for this to turn. There we go. Oh, I flubbed. Oh well, good practice to do it again. Just try not to mess up. And is it? The iron boots are mine. Alright. Oh yes, I should also mark that I have a master sword. I mean, I would love to get... If I can just get 3 more rupees, I'm fine. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, there is a 20 rupee hiding in one of the crates behind there. So let's get this. I can actually say I legitimately got the guy on the roof this time and didn't have to do the jump. There's my money. Alright, Sun Song. And now I realize I don't have an ocarina to play the Sun Song. Darn it me. But I've got the Sun Song, so at the very least, that's fine. And it is another ocarina song for the frogs, if I find the ocarina. Alright, maybe Graveyard will play nice. Maybe I will get an ocarina from Dompe, and everything will be great. We'll check here first. More money! I'm okay with that. Alright, well, I can't do Lullaby Grave, and I can't do Sun's Grave, so I'll do Dompe's Grave after I check this. Ooh. That is a song! Ooh. So either I need Long Shot, or Magic Beans, or if I wanted to really be out of logic, I could try Boomerang Throwing, which I'm not so good with. I've seen it done, so I know it's a real trick. Just gotta stay a little focused here. Okay, doing fine. Ah, there we go. I was wondering when I was going to get hit by my first fire. Alright. This is going to be a close one. Ooh, this is tight. Under a minute. And what do we got? Compass. Okay, little information. Jabu Jabu's belly has water. Okay, that's good. That's the kind of information I like to hear. And a heart piece. Okay. Alright, can I do this? Can I still do this? Ha-ha! Still can do it. Alright. Well, it didn't give me much, but it did give me one good piece of information. So, I like. So wherever Jabu Jabu's belly is located, I have to do it. Well, why don't we head up Death Mountain Trail? And I don't have to waste my time with any of the items up here. Unless, of course, they're potentially time skip saving items and not necessarily, like, requirements. Go, get destroyed. I will take that. Anything hiding on the top there? Because sometimes you could end up finding something in an area that's considered foolish, and you'd go, oh, you don't have to do things. Okay, so it's the water temple. Oof. Bye. I mean, there are a few things I can do there right off the bat, especially since I have the iron boots, but I ain't gonna chance that right now. If I find the long shot, I'll be happy, happy camper. Oh, that means I don't even have to do the cow up there either. Right. I know this is foolish, but it could be something. Okay, so I just randomly have the dungeon map to the Shadow Temple. No surprise. Ah, that is a Song of Storms, right. Okay. Let's see if I can stop Link the Goron. Well, not like that. I don't have a bow, so I'm kind of sunk for things. Ah, I was so close. Maybe I will be able to get Goron's hint. Aha! Gotcha! I'll let you get up, because I know I actually soft-locked you one time. He gives us a little pocket change. Okay. So now that I've got that... Ooh, actually, there's a few things I can do here, given what I've got. I'm gonna have a little fun with this. We'll kind of start at the top and work our way down. So we'll start here in the rock repository. Oops. Oh yeah, I don't have a shield equipped. That's why I can't do it. Alright. So for anyone who is just watching Ocarina of Time for the first time and is like, wait, how are you using a sword to break boulders? That's because the crouch stab that I'm doing there was never given a proper damage value to associate with it. So what it does is it takes the last properties of whatever you used as a source of attacking and applies it to the stab. And that also includes innate properties of things like the Megaton Hammer smashing boulders. Broa's Wind can be found at Zora's River. That could be useful if I find magic. So what I did there with the crouch stab then is I stored the properties of the Megaton Hammer, which includes both its damage and its property to destroy boulders. And anytime I do the crouch stab, the sword will take those properties and apply them. So the sword can crush boulders. Now for a particularly favorite trick of mine, for anyone who doesn't know the full capabilities of the Goron Tunic, the Goron Tunic does let you survive in heat for a period of time, but it also reduces the... actually, I shouldn't say it reduces, but it increases the amount of time you can actually stand in lava before you take damage. Like, if I was taking damage with the regular tunic, I'd be like, maybe like every 2 seconds I'd be taking a bit of damage. But with the Goron Tunic on, that was roughly like 5 seconds per hit. And that's just enough time for me to pull my hook shot out and hit the target. And that's how I can get up here real quick. Thanks for the health back. So I can traverse this whole thing and only take damage the once. I'd probably take it like 4 times by the time I would have gotten there. Had I not had the tunic equipped. Okay. So there is a hint stone I can get in here. I sadly do not have the rupees to do the check. Do you say anything about that? You do not. What do you say? Jabu Jabu holds the Deku Tree. Interesting. Very interesting. So the simplest dungeon in the game is locked behind Ruto's letter. Great. Okay, we'll do this, because that opens up the shortcut for Child Link. So Child Link can now access this part of the game. And I can also access this. Mask of Truth yields a recovery heart, so I don't have to go far in the mask chain. Serenade of Water. If I find an ocarina, I've got a warp song, and I feel good about that. Although it's to Lake Hylia, which I automatically have in the form of save quit. Oh well. Could help me as Child Link. Okay. Now, I am noticing here I am just about at an hour's playtime. I typically play for about an hour and then take breaks, so I'll stop here soon. I am so happy to see you. I'm buying you now. That helps me out in so many ways you would not believe. So I'm already silver gauntleted. If I find one more, I'll get the gold gauntlets. And then I could actually do the light trial. Okay, but I do know... Which one was it that had it? It was the other one. That one, I think, normally... That first jar there that was blank had arrows, I think. Oh, but this is good. I can do so many things here in the crater. There we go. 3 more. Okay, so... Oh, that's right. I won't be able to... I'm just shy of being able to pay for that. What are you? Don't tell me... Seed upgrade. Okay, don't really need that. I do want to get another 20 rupees here. Thank you. Alright. Now, let's go buy some more things. First up... How many have I found? I seriously stopped counting after maybe like 7. I know I wanted mayhem. This is actually bordering on chaos. Oh boy. Oh, Link, go into Death Mountain Crater here, get warmed up. Ooh, actually, yeah. Let's... Ooh, can I make the jump? I'm actually not sure I can make the jump. I'm gonna play it safe first. Take care of things that are over here. If I had the hovers from the fortress, I would be able to, like, safely make it. Bomb shoes! Hey, we got explosives. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's very beautiful. Alright. Why don't we take a look in here, see what the dungeon is. That way I know what I have to deal with. It'd be cool if this was like Dongo's Cavern. Well, well. That is the one thing that I cannot do as adult. Okay. I was actually about to pause there, but then I realized, hey, wait a second, this is something I just can't do, so maybe I'll extend things just for a few more minutes. Why not... Yeah, I'll go check the other things that are on the top of the crater here. In a crazy twist of events, I can save warp to Lake Hylia and do the water temple entrance. Maybe that'll get me something. Let's try that. I still need to have an ocarina show up at some point, wherever that may be. As soon as I find the ocarina, there's a lot of things that get opened up. Alright, so we'll do the wall. Oh well. More health. I'm not sure if this is something that's in logic of the game, but maybe the game is saying, here's a lot of health, you're gonna need it for a Zora Tunicless water temple. I'd hate it if that's true, but I feel like that's a possibility. Alright. Your hint says, Forest Temple is on Way of the Hero. I don't even know if that's a medallion dungeon or not, but I have to go to the Forest Temple then. Interesting. What could be left in the Forest Temple? I'll have to ponder that puzzle. Okay, does this need explosion? It does need explosion. Some people might say I'm making a mistake here, wasting a Bonchu for a hint, but I'm gonna take it. Oh, and Mask of Truth was recovery hard. Oh, well. Alright, I know there's one more hint over yonder, if I just leave here, going past Bigoron. I'll get that hint. I'll save quit to Lake Hylia. Oh! Those are words I don't like to hear. Alright, fine. So I don't get hit. Okay, fine. Water Temple says Way of Hero. I just have to grin and bear it and do it. Alright. Well, let's go find out what's hiding here at the bottom of Lake Hylia, and then we'll keep working away at it, probably on the next hour. Alright, place your guesses. What do we got? And I do have a good timer for doing a Zora Tunicless water temple. The Ice Cavern. Interesting. So I'm going to take a pause here for now. I've been going for about an hour, so I just like to take breaks here. Just, you know, stretch, get up, get high, get some water. Like, you know, just making sure I don't overdo it. But I gotta say, this setup that I've got right now is looking pretty decent for an early game. Like, I got the Megaton Hammer, I got the hook shot, I got explosives. Like, it's not a bad start. I'm actually able to do things. The dungeon's notwithstanding, of course, because we're going to see how that works, but I've got a bottle, so I can do things in the Ice Cavern. We'll see how well that goes. But we're going to do that on the next hour, so I hope you will join me then. And as I always say, thank you very much for watching today. Take care, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. It feels good to be back.